All right, so this is one of my favorite parts. Mickey and Ricky got this all prepped for me, and I'm actually going to be brazing. It's actually not welding, it's brazing with a silicone bronze rod. So it's pretty low heat, but what we want to do is basically push these leaves, we call them leaves I guess, up and put a tack, probably about 5 to 6 tacks on each. And then we're gonna go ahead and grind off the excess and then apply seam sealer on this, and that will get this rear quarter all sealed up so that it's ready for the Rocket Bunny over fender. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this done.
It's your boy Mickey here. I got the homeboy Ricky as well.
What's up?
As you guys can see, we've already begun wrenching on the 240SX. We're starting to pull the engine out. And the plan for this today is to actually remove everything from the bottom. So we're just gonna unhook everything from the top, wiring, plumbing, all that stuff. And then we're simply going to undo all the suspension and lift the car up off of the cradle, so to speak, the subframe and everything that bolts to it. Just like we did the rear, we're gonna drop it out the bottom. At that point, we can undo the engine, lift it up with the hoist, put it on an engine stand, start cleaning that up. We gotta get this car off the paint, so we're gonna go ahead and get busy. Alright guys, so Ricky and I are gonna call it quits for the night. We're gonna pick up again tomorrow, so we'll see you then. And just like that, with the magic of editing, it's 12 hours later. And we're back here with 240SX, and I'm just giving it one more visual inspection to see if we've got everything disconnected so we can drop out this subframe. We're almost there, boys. A few more minutes and this thing's gonna be on the floor.
Voila! This piece of junk. Hey, you can't build this. Whole and a trans. And the downpipe still. Oh my god! I'm impressed.
Alright, well, the hard work is kind of done. The engine's out, transmission's out, suspension's out, subframe's out, subframe. Which seems like the heavy lifting, which it is, but now we have to go in and remove all of this crap from here because this car is about to go on the dolly, which we have over here behind you, and that was delivered to us this morning. We're borrowing it from a friend. So we borrowed this from our friend Memo, who's been in a few of our videos. You guys have seen him around. Anyway, he was gracious enough to drop that off to us this morning. And what we'll do is we'll actually set it on these unibody rails here onto that. So basically we'll put the car on the dolly and the dolly can go on the trailer and the car can go off the paint without an engine and subframes and all that stuff. This is how they do, basically you build a race car or any car you're sort of restoring, or either get a rotisserie dolly or a regular dolly. So you can move the car around without the subframes and stuff in. We will be sending the subframes and a bunch of stuff off to powder coat to get redone. I'm pretty excited about this build. This is going to be our most in-depth build to date. The 240 is near and dear to my heart because I've been working on these for a long time. So seeing this one actually through with all the detail work and all this hard work is really fun for me. So looking forward to this. Today we're going to spend the rest of the day stripping the engine bay out so that can get repainted. And then we will begin on getting the engine stripped down to a long block and put on the engine stand so we can start cleaning it up. And we do have some awesome bits coming from for the engine, guys. So we're going to be adding some power and a lot of really nice stuff. So I'm excited.
What are you doing?
Not sure. What I just did was remove all the AC componentry. I'm a big fan of keeping AC in my street cars, but I got outvoted on this one, so we're removing AC. Right now I'm tagging the AC plugs that are actually in the stock harness that we're going to be reusing, I believe. Just so that when I put everything back together, I'm not like, hey, what's this wire that doesn't have a home? I know why now, because it doesn't have AC to plug into.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just kind of disconnect this harness clip here. What about the brake lines? We leave this?
One,
yeah.
And we can drag all this to the center.
Okay.
The brake lines we could, I was gonna take this off so they can paint behind it.
Okay.
And at that point we can just undo the brake lines from this junction here.
Conjunction, junction!
There's a junction and then this one goes to this is our front right brake line. We just lift this whole part out with the lines attached.
Okay.
Alright, so I figured I'd take a quick second, show you guys the progress. The bay's starting to look pretty good. Stuff's flying out of here left and right. You can hear all the cuss words. That's Beckerman underneath the dash. Trying to free up our brake booster, which requires I think it's 4 12mm nuts at basically where the pedal mount is.
They're just gonna really deep.
That's what she said.
Got the second one. Okay.
The deeper you go, Ev, the easier it is to get it off. That's what they say. So I've disconnected the brake lines. I've removed the front brake calipers. And these are now loose. So we'll be able to lift the whole booster out with the master on it and the lines as well. So when we go to put this back together, we'll be able to just plop that back in and reconnect everything. So one thing I've learned over the years is it's always a good idea to take as little apart as possible so you can keep things connected without damaging them or bending them or breaking them. It's easier to put it back together that way, and you have less potential loose connections to forget to tighten. So I try to take things out in big chunks, hence the subframes with everything connected to them.
All right, guys, well, it looks like a bomb just went off in here, but I wanted to give you guys an update on our status. The engine bay is almost completely cleaned up. Sorry. Well, as you can see, everything for the most part is completely removed. Anything that is still attached is totally loose now, which is good. And in case we didn't show this enough, the entire engine front subframe assembly is now removed from the car. So that's cool. We actually have a ton of parts. I'm not gonna spill all the beans just yet, but we have a ton of parts coming in for the front here.
That's all, dude.
Got it? Oh, just a little hammer. Inside the car, it is completely gutted. There's no more dashboard, obviously no seats, no carpet. There's pretty much nothing left.
With all the stuff coming, it's gonna look good. So.
We are running carpet though, so we have to make sure.
Front carpet.
Yeah.
We've got some other surprises in store for you guys. So
the rear quarter panels are all tacked up. We do have to come back, grind all of the tack, I guess you call it tack weld, tack braze. Grind all this off, seam seal this. Same thing with this side. So we're gonna go back, we're gonna grind all this off, seam seal it so it's sealed away from the elements here.
that's what I'm doing next.
That's what you're doing next? Okay, cool. So, if you guys wanna see that and you wanna stay up to date, please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And that's where we're gonna leave you guys for today. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking around all the way to the end. And see you guys in the next video.